We have done it. We are here. We have made it again. It is Monday, January the 23rd, 2023. I am James. You are you. We are here coming to you live, not from the warm and comfortable confines of my very own home in the Sud-West borough of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. No, I am on vacation, and I am on location live from the Pacific time zone, where it is currently not 9:09 p.m., currently 6:09 p.m. James is live in Vancouver in an Air B&B that has absolutely awful acoustics, and I want to get things out of the way right here. This intro is sort of a triumph, because as this show began, there is someone outside of the window moving around in their home, and I have the perfect image of what they're doing. It's a lady bending over, wearing a sweater and boxer shorts, making her bed. This is what you get on the At Home show. You get me watching a woman making her bed. We are going to kick things off because we are starting a little late. Why are we starting a little late? Technical difficulties on my part, but this speaks to the level of my character. I could have phoned it in, literally and figuratively. I could have canceled the show. I could have said, I'm on vacation. No money, no funny. We are here live, just as we do every single Monday on twitch.tv/athomewithjames. So why wait? Is that the question? The answer is we will not wait. It is for the second week in a row. Tell us what to talk about, a panel. And of course, you can't have a panel without guests. So let's please welcome tonight's guests. We've got Jason Grimmer, Racquel Belmonte, and Saima Ahmed. Guys, how are you feeling? Racquel, I'm coming to you from your hometown. This feels like almost like a swingers party or a wife or husband swap, but it's a hometown swap, Racquel.
That's the thing. I kind of wish you were staying in Burnaby so it would be a little more true to my experience.
Yeah.
But this is giving very Racquel circa 2020 when I started doing the show. So This is cool. We made some sort of shape. I don't know about full circle, but we're almost there.
We're swapping something. We're edging closer to a full-blown swap.
Oh my God. So many of those words made me so sick. So sick.
Something about Vancouver makes me feel freaky, man.
Now you get it.
Oh, heroin.
It's true. It totally makes sense. I'm feeling freaky. And like Jason mentioned, I've got an urge to use drugs. Jason, you spent a lot of time living in Vancouver. You ever spend any time on the streets?
No, I never spent any time in the streets at all, man. I always had a home.
Ah, well, that's very blessed of you.
Yeah. I had jobs. I worked.
Well, anyways, let's move on to Saima, because the interaction with Racquel was a lot more
I passed out of the
Saima, we're going to round things out with you. You've spent time visiting Vancouver.
I indeed have.
What should I be doing? I sound like I'm turning into Nardwar.
Your voice is cracking a bit like Nardwar's, actually.
Yeah,
is
well, here's the deal. Again, the acoustic's not great. I don't have my usual mic. I feel thrown off. My environment is very strange. I got a woman getting ready for bed in front of me in another home. We have adjacent windows. I have neighbors above me. And this is the thing. I'm still on Eastern time zone time. So it feels like, oh, these people are just about to go to bed. I have a woman looking like she's going to bed. I'm a little thrown off. And I've also got a terribly hoarse throat. So that's why I sound like Nardwar. So this is all to say, Saima, man, what should people care about you?
Oh, James, if you have buy some halls for your throat, maybe, and
I've been
some
eating
hot water.
Ricola like they're going out of style.
I take Ricola.
Now, which one are you on, Racquel?
I'm so excited about that.
I'm a Ricola guy. Hey,
Racquel, we get each other.
We do, and now you're just gonna get me even more that you're in my birthplace.
You guys should split a pack of Ricolas while you're out there.
I would love to. I really like.
Ricolas.
I love the honey mint one, or is it lemon mint?
Lemon.
I ate so many of them on the plane, and can I just say, Flair Airlines, I thought I was going mad on the plane. It was like, it felt like a cruel joke about, can you make this plane any more uncomfortable? I shouldn't complain. It's very unkind.
No, I took a Flair too.
Racquel, you never need to raise your hand. You interrupt me. You put me in my place.
I have a lot of respect for both Jason and Saima, so I will raise my hand, but only in this scenario.
Fair.
Did you love the email you got from Flair Air telling you there's going to be no food on the plane? And so Flair Air will send that email being like, you You don't want to eat on the plane anyway, right? Well, reminder, there's no food or drinks on the plane.
Yeah, first of all, the emails never stopped.
No.
The texts never stopped. And then they made an announcement. We're about to be serving our meals for the night. One quick note, and then they rattled off 6 to 7 items that were, quote, sold out. It was maddening. Saima, let's go to you.
I flew back from Vancouver to Montreal on Flair this past summer, and I got a little hungry on the flight. And I bought the small Pringles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it cost like $10.
Flair.
Yep.
Wow. Also, this is a sponsored segment from Flair Airlines. Jason, let's go to you before we jump into tonight's topics.
Okay, so I went to Vancouver this summer and then came back on Flair. And on one way of the trip, they were all excited explaining. They're like, oh, it's this woman's first flight as a flight attendant. And by the end of it, as we were leaving, she wouldn't look people in the eye. She looked so upset and distraught about her first gig on the airline.
Yeah. And why wouldn't she be? I also want to give an update. The woman in the house next door, back to making her bed.
How long has she been making her bed for?
Yeah.
It started when I did the intro. She's been making her bed for a while. Jason, what was that little remark you made?
What, do you have a curtain?
I do have a curtain, but in order to lower it, I'd have to get up, and that feels a little unprofessional. So I've opted to give a worldwide audience updates on a woman getting ready for bed.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
We're all dying to know, and I'm sure the fans are edging. Is she hot?
Yeah.
Are you going to go knock on the little window and be like, hello?
I cannot tell because I don't have my glasses on. I will say a bit of her badonkadonk is hanging out of her short.
Hey.
Yeah, look, you're blushing. It makes sense.
I do have my glasses on, so just turn the camera and we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting freaky tonight. James did Vancouver, and suddenly Jason becomes a peepers creeper.
He's helping.
Opportunity.
I want to get right into this tonight. We were truly inundated with a variety of topics, and I feel like this first topic is perfect based on what we were talking about. Things are getting a little freaky deaky. Our first topic that we were sent in was sexiest musicians. Saima, I want to start with you, and why is it Harry Styles?
Well, I know Racquel agrees with me on this, actually. So
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. What can I ask why you are in disagreement with us, James?
I never said that I was.
Oh.
And say he's hot. Say he's hot.
I think he's a like a good-looking young man.
Say he's hot, and you want to fuck him, like Saima and I want to. Say it. Look in the camera.
I want to say right now, this episode is already the front runner of best of the year so far because Racquel is edging me to say that I want to have sex intercourse with Harry Styles of One Direction. Well, Racquel, let's go to you. Is Harry Styles your pick?
Yes, 1,000%. Saima, let's double team this question the way we should one day double team Harry Styles. Listen,
yes.
I recently went to a Harry Styles concert, and we all know Rack is the horny one. I have never been
that was also George Harrison's title in the Beatles.
Yeah, wait.
The what?
Really? George Harrison of the Beatles. Interviewers would often say, now, George, you're the horny one, right? Anyways.
Okay, well, call me George Harrison then. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Racquel, we often call you the George Harrison of At Home.
I'm hornier and hotter. But anyway.
Breaking news, Racquel Belmonte, hornier and hotter than deceased Beatle George Harrison.
Yeah, put that on my tombstone.
Not fair because he's not in his prime.
Yeah, it is also not fair.
But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? He should have kept up. Kept up.
Thanks, cancer.
So Saima, sitting at that concert was so difficult. Like, it hurt. That's how revved up he is so hot, and he looks tall too. Like, from where I was sitting, I was like, that's a tall man. And we know Rack likes her big boys. He's a big boy.
Now,
I wanted to touch his little waist. Yes.
I want to ask Saima and Racquel this. Is Harry Styles the type of guy that you take home to daddy?
Yes, and you call him daddy. Yeah. He's the daddy that you take home to meet daddy.
All right. Well, Jason, I want to go to you. How do you feel about Harry Styles? Is he the sexiest musician?
I think that's a big part of his appeal. He has total sex appeal. Yeah, he's a good singer, terrible actor from what I've heard, but definitely sexy and definitely a musician.
All right, well, let's toss him. We'll toss him in the upper echelon. Who are some other sexy musicians? Jason, let's go to you because you're not the guy who, especially on this show, is known for talking about people whom you think happen to be sexy.
Because it's obvious.
Oh.
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie Nicks is an all-time sexy lady.
Yeah. Stevie Nicks, when she's like in that period when she's dancing around in her Black Witch fairy outfit.
Whoa, we are diving into Jason Grimmer's secret perversions.
It's not. How is that perverted? That's a union.
Well, it sounds like you like a witchy woman, my friend.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, there is something about this city that's making this show freaky.
I love it.
Yeah, it's getting wet and wild in here.
Whoa.
Are there any other musicians we want to jump in? Because we've got so many topics. I feel like we might need to speed round this tonight.
Wait, Saima, one more. Another member of One Direction, I would say Zayn Malik is very sexy.
Now, I don't know who this is. I don't know Zayn Malik. I don't know. Jason, what
just
do you
Google
think?
him.
Sexy as Harry?
I'd say I don't know much about One Direction other than what I know a little bit about. I know that Zayn is like the second favorite. He probably looks the most like a model from that appeared in a Madonna video in 1998, but like I think he doesn't have the same appeal I don't think that Harry Styles has.
Well, I will say this, based on what we know and based on what we've said here as we round out this topic, it sounds like the men, specifically Zayn Malik and Harry Styles of this band, are sending us to one direction, and that direction sends us to Pound Town.
Yeah, that was so loud. I'm so sorry.
No, Racquel, you live your best life.
I am.
Moving on to our next topic. This one is a little less sexy and a little less perverted, Jason. This is how to make February less lame. Now, I'd say there is that kind of milieu in between the midway to the end point of January into February where people are feeling the winter blues. What are some ways in which we can present ideas to those who might be feeling this way about how to make February less lame? Saima, let's go to you. How do you feel about those winter months?
I actually really like, so speaking of, I guess, sexy, this goes back to being sexy. Valentine's Day is very fun. Whether you've got a sexy friend or not, I am single and I like to celebrate Galentine's Day with my girlfriends.
Well, who doesn't?
Exactly. And so I think Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, whatever you want day, February 14 is a really fun way to add a little excitement to February.
Now, here, let's just throw this out there because it is tradition, and I think it's worth asking, is Valentine's Day sexy?
Yes.
Jason, what do you think?
I mean, it can be, sure. Yeah.
Racquel, how about you? Is Valentine's Day... Thank you. Is Valentine's Day sexy, Racquel?
I think it can be, but it can also just be a day where you celebrate the love of your family. That was my mom's favorite holiday growing up. So she'd always make us like homemade cards and like she'll send me boxes of like stuff now that I live somewhere else. I don't know why she loves it, but Valentine's Day was like a family holiday.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Growing up.
I was about to say this is one way that you can make February less lame is get the family together on Valentine's Day and have a nice warm meal with each other. Jason, are you going to be celebrating Valentine's Day with your family this year?
I don't. Probably not. Like, I don't know. I might get my daughter and my partner flowers.
That's nice.
Morning, and that's sweet. That's it. I don't know.
Some chocolates, maybe.
Yeah, maybe chocolates. Yeah, for sure.
Well, don't discount maybe cooking a nice ham.
Yeah.
Any other ways we think we can make February less lame? Racquel, let's go.
So, okay, kind of on the same Valentine's Day train, but again, we've just established we can do whatever we want with Valentine's Day. There's a little restaurant called a Boston Pizza, and they make heart-shaped pizzas.
What?
They make heart-shaped pizzas. They're so cute.
So we're saying You're having a tough February. The snow's falling down. You were hoping for an early spring. You're feeling low. You're feeling like you're in the dumps. You think, you know what? I gotta go to Boston Pizza.
Yep.
And have a heart-shaped pie.
And if you're embarrassed by it, they deliver. How fucking crazy is that?
Oh, there's something I think even
Pizza.
more sad about having a heart-shaped pizza delivered to yourself. I think. But then maybe what about this? What if you fall for the pizza delivery boy?
That's beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe there's a hole cut into the pizza.
Okay.
It could get sexy.
Racquel, you know you can order pizza to be delivered anytime, right?
Yeah, but not heart-shaped.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. There's just something about the really poor shaped, like really badly shaped.
Are the slices unevenly shaped? Like it's hard to share with someone?
That's what
I would suspect they maybe cut it into squares, like the square, like the chunks of pizza. Is that possible?
Maybe. Well, I got to talk to my guys at Boston Pizza. I'll find out.
I'm going to say this. I might order one tonight. Guys, I know it's only the 23rd. Can you send me one of those Valentine's Day pizzas? Also, Racquel, before we move on to our next topic, I think you could easily be the voice of Boston Pizza.
Thank you.
Would you like to throw? Would you like to? I'd like to see. Could you maybe just do us a favor by having an improvised Boston Pizza voiceover right now in relation to Valentine's Day and heart-shaped pizza pies?
Hell yeah. Boston Pizza's heart-shaped pizzas. They're going to make you heart-shaped. No, that was bad. Let me do it again. I'll take it again.
Okay, well, let's take that one from the top, Racquel.
Boston Pizza. Yeah, we have heart-shaped pizzas. For you to have sex on. No, that's not good. Let me do another one.
Who doesn't want to have sex on top of a pizza?
That'd be a waste. Ow.
Speaking of food, we're moving on to our next topic. This is one of the more niche ones. Now, I've never heard about this. I'm going to read it as is. Calling hot dogs Grizzlies or referring to Ritz crackers as soda biscuits. So essentially, nicknames for foods. I will say I have never heard a hot dog referred to as a grizzly. Has anyone ever heard of that?
No.
Nope.
What do we think?
I've had a hot dog that was gristly.
Now, what do we think about referring to it as a grizzly? Like, yeah, give me one of them grizzlies all dressed. I don't hate it.
I'd expect a big, fat hot dog.
Was that a spelling mistake?
Also it's Jason's email address, big fat hot dog.
Do you think they meant to say glizzy?
That's maybe possible, and I read it incorrectly. Saima, how about you? Could you imagine yourself? Give me one of those vegetarian grizzlies, all dressed.
I don't really like that word for a hot dog.
I feel
like it's confusing.
Okay, fair enough. Racquel, are you into a grizzly all dressed?
No, I think that's insane. A murderer calls their hot dog that. The soda biscuit thing threw me off. I forgot. That sucks.
I'm going to dive in here. Everything that we just said was exactly incorrect, as Racquel, you mentioned. Glizzies is what was actually said.
I've still never heard that either.
I've never heard of that either. I've never heard of that. And this question did come from the real Andrew Mackay, who's in the chat, clarifying it right now. I think I almost preferred grizzly to glizzy. Hey, you want to give me one of them glizzies all dressed?
What the hell's a glizzy?
I guess, and now we're getting the confirmation, Naive Adventures helping us. It's a brand of hot dogs. Now, I know in the States they have a brand called Glaziers. Also coming in from the chat, Jay Voorhees, 88, writes, what's going on here? Let's cut over to soda biscuits or soda crackers. That's what we referred to them as in my household growing up, soda biscuits.
I like that. It's very lifeboat on a ship sort of thing. You know, like, you know, they have just like a box of soda biscuits and you got to eat those to stay alive.
Yeah, crushing them up into your tomato soup.
Well, no, it's not soup. You're in a lifeboat. Before you eat your friend, you eat the rest of the soda biscuits. They always have those on a lifeboat, I always thought. Anyway, anytime I've been on a boat, there's been crackers.
Saima, how about you? Soda biscuits?
I like
Ritz
soda
crackers?
biscuits.
I don't think I've ever referred to them as Ritz. I would think Ritz cracker is more of a cheesy cracker.
I agree. And I feel like it's very branded to call them Ritz crackers because there's all sorts of brands. And I think it's a bit more elevated and almost British to call it a biscuit.
This is why we have you on the show, Saima. You bring the class that this show desperately needs on a week-to-week basis. Racquel, finally, let's round out this topic with you. Soda biscuits or Ritz crackers?
Okay, I think that's insane to call them soda biscuits. I don't like that. I'm a brand whore, baby. Give me my Ritz. Give me my name brand cracker.
Now, can you give me a voiceover with that, where you refer to yourself as a brand, and then you can fill in the blanks? And this is a commercial for Ritz crackers.
Ritz crackers. Okay, Ritz crackers will sandwich just about anything. That was pretty good.
Okay, Racquel? I know it's not the same thing, right? I just looked it up. It's true. Soda biscuits are they're not the same thing. Soda crackers is what you mean. So which one are you talking about?
I was talking about the soda cracker. Again, maybe I misread this one as well.
Okay. Yeah, then that's what we're talking about, soda crackers. I love them. I love a good cracker. I love like nibbling on a cracker for a long time.
Now, nibbling on a cracker, those things disintegrate into your mouth like mush.
Not if you're careful.
Coming in from the chat, Jay Voorhees 88 writes, what the hell is a soda biscuit? Essentially the type of cracker you would crumble up into a bowl of soup. Let's move on to our next topic. Before we do that, Racquel, let's round things out with you.
I'm so sorry. I looked up soda saltine cracker. What? Okay, I typed in
saltine. Yeah,
those are the premium plus ones, though. That's very different from Ritz.
Yeah,
Ritz is cheesier, but there's still a flaky kind of thing to them.
Yeah, I would say that is true. They both feature flaky flavor profiles.
Okay, we can move on now.
This next topic might be the best one that we have received, and it opens up a lot of doors. It is something you wish you had never seen. Could be rough. Could be very, very rough. So we want to think about this. And again, if you're in the chat, if you want to engage, we'd love nothing more. Something you wish you had never seen. This is a very dangerous topic. Now, Jason, I want to start with you. I want to bring something up. And I'm running a risk here because this is personal. You told me when you were growing up, when your father met your stepmom, he had quite an interesting framed photo in the house. Would you like to talk about this?
Yeah, it was like, so my stepmother just all of a sudden moved in one day, and then about a week later, we just had pictures up. My dad was a bit of a budding photographer, and one of them was my stepmother coming out of the water at the beach with a sheer top on, and it was big. Poster. It's a big poster.
Now, would you consider that something you wish you had never seen?
Yes.
Racquel, I want to go to you. Last week, you talked about your dad wearing cowboy boots up to his knees. Does that fall into this category, or is it maybe?
That's pretty good.
Unfortunately, same vein. Many, many years ago, I think I was 12 or in grade 7. I know I wasn't in high school yet. My best friend and I were obsessed with looking in our parents' side tables in their bedrooms.
Oh.
And hers, okay, I'll tell you hers first. Her mom had, and I didn't know what vibrators were. I didn't know what dildos were. Like, they were like.
How old were you? Can we get clarification on this? How old?
Grade 7, like 12.
Got it. Okay, 12, 13, yeah.
A whole drawer full of them. And we were like,
how many would you estimate? How many sex devices were in there?
There were like more than 10.
Wow.
And just so many different. Now I'm like, okay.
That is a buffet of pleasure.
That is a buffet. There should be a sex store called Buffet of Pleasure.
Would you like to do the voiceover right now, Racquel?
Thought you'd never ask. Buffet of Pleasure. Your mom's favorite buffet. That sucked. But anyhow, so hers seemed cool. Like her mom's, yeah, she had all these toys. I looked in my parents, and there were these VHSs. They weren't tapes of them, because we put one on. They were VHSs with names called like Squirts 3 or Squirts Volume 3. And like,
if you're gonna watch any of them,
cum guzzlers, cum something. That was the first time I heard cum guzzler or seen cum guzzler, and I was like, I need to make that part of my brand. But there was
sounds like the name of a bar.
Did you watch them?
Oh. We chickened out. So my dad, I don't know, my dad was home. I was babysitting my little brother. My friend was.
No, your dad, was he wearing the cowboy boots at the time?
There's a very, very good chance he was.
Got it.
Yep. But my dad was in the garage. We have like so there's the garage, and you can see there's a window to the garage that you can see into the house. And we put it on for half a second, and it was like old-timey, not old-timey porn, but like 80s porn.
Like silent films?
It was yeah, black and white with the teleprompter, like, ooh, baby.
Yeah.
But you did watch a bit of it, so you were able to confirm that it wasn't made by your parents. They just had it.
Yes. And I was so paranoid that my dad was going to see that I was like, no, we have to stop. But it wasn't. I can confirm, was not. My mom's such a prude. She'd never make a sex tape, please. I've been telling her
have a VHS on her night table.
I want to jump in here, Saima, before we get to you, because this is very much of this ilk, like Jason and Racquel have set up here. This comes from Jason Voorhees when he was about 12 years old. This may have been the longest thing anyone has ever written in our chat. He writes, first thing that comes to mind. One time I was at my friend's house when we were kids. She had a box of Polaroid pictures on her computer desk. I was flipping through them, and there was a POV, which for people that don't know is an acronym for point of view, a POV photo of her mom giving her dad a beej, which is slang for oral pleasure. He goes on to write, I'll never forget. She looked at me and said, quote, yeah, they have a lot of those pictures. And she seemed unbothered. She didn't care at all.
Who's POV?
Anyway, Saima, let's go to you.
Wow. Well, I don't have anything sexual. I don't have any sexual parent stories. The first thing that came to mind was a medical
Sexual
thing,
parent
actually.
sounds like one of the VHSs that were in Racquel's friend's drawer.
My dad's drawer.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize.
Sorry.
I like how there was no VCR, though.
Yeah. Saima, let's continue.
The first thing that came to mind, you said something I wish I could unsee, was once I was I do research at a hospital, and I once saw someone, they had like an eye surgery, and they had one of their eyeballs removed, and they forgot to I don't know why they didn't have the gauze or something, so I saw it directly into an empty eye socket. And that's still something that I think about every now and then.
Goes forever.
I will say this today. I also, walking down the street, saw a one-eyed man, and there was no eye patch. So this is cosmic. Maybe it was the same guy. Was he as cool as the guy I saw?
Why would you not want to protect that? Like, things will get in there.
Living on the edge.
Bugs and stuff.
Did it leave a mark on you, James?
What's that now?
Did it leave a mark? Did it mark you as much as it marked me?
No, I felt totally fine by it. As I walked by, I thought, man, good for that guy. He's living as God intended him to be. And look.
What? He lost his eye.
Yeah, he must have not liked losing his eye for sure.
I don't know if that was how God intended it.
Guys, God has a plan for all of us. Also, I'm religious now, thanks to Vancouver.
Oh, you should see if Boston Pizza has their any leftover crucifix pizzas from Christmas.
Well, I did see that if you call and you have proof that you only have one eye, you get a discount on these pizzas.
Boston
They're just
pizza's
thinner than normal. You can't tell.
To round out the eye topic, coming in from the chat from our friend Taylor McMillan, she writes, I worked with a man who had a fake eye but no eyelids. He kept the glass eye on. Here we go. It gets weirder. He kept the glass eye in with a strip of Scotch tape. Let's move on to our next topic. This one, again, falls under the celebrity category.
Ooh.
Best celebrity couples. Now, they're no longer together, but they maintain a great relationship. I'm going to put into the pot Demi Moore and Bruce Willis.
They're fun.
They're fun. Yeah.
Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz are so hot together.
I didn't know they were an item.
I didn't until recently either, because I was like, Daniel Craig is so hot. Like, he looks like he knows what he's doing. And then one of my friends was like, yeah, you should, him and his wife, look up him and his wife. And I was like, that's Rachel Weisz. She's an actress. I would watch them have sex. I would literally sit there and take notes. Like, not even, like, they're so hot. They do it.
Now, there's a couple that I feel the exact same about. It's Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Saima, how about you? Best celebrity couples?
You know what? I really like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
That is a very good celebrity couple.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Really
Now,
like that.
Jason, I think you bear a bit of a resemblance to Kurt Russell.
Man, that is a huge compliment. I love Kurt Russell.
Well, I'm putting it out there.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Best celebrity couples, Jason.
Well, I'm going to go back to Fleetwood Mac because they all were couples together at one point.
It's true, yeah.
So let's just say that that sort of mishmash with that sort of salad bowl is probably pretty hot.
Yep.
I can't think of anyone modern, but I know a cool one. When you look, is Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward is a cool one.
Okay, now we're going way back.
Yeah, there's like a documentary recently about it.
I want to toss one in here. It's not a couple in the traditional sense, but when you see one, you see the other. I'm going Jared Fogle and Subway sandwiches.
Oh, not again.
That's not his first choice.
Coming into the chat, Jay Voorhees writes, they're no longer together. Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, that was a hot couple. Yeah, do we want to add any other additional ones in there?
You know who I like a lot? Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. I think it's cute that they met on that 70s show.
And I would say I would say Mila Kunis is a pretty widely liked actor. It doesn't seem like people are like, I hate that Mila Kunis. She seems like a pretty cool person.
She does.
Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
again,
what?
we're going way back there.
They dated?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
This is on some level breaking news.
They made a movie together, and they were together.
Aww. I think Ted Danson's so hot.
We're going to move on to our next one because we're speeding through these here. I really debated on whether or not I should include this, and I thought for the betterment of the show, I have to. The topic is, when will James find a wife? The floor is yours.
You are staring at her, baby. The lady fixing her
The lady
bed.
in the window. With
the lady in the window.
With the bottom of her bum hanging out.
You love it. Come on. You don't. Her bum.
Again, I don't have my glasses on, Racquel.
That's even better. Love at first sight.
Exactly,
okay.
Man. Maybe sight is your hang up. Maybe you need
yeah, maybe that's what's been holding me back.
A shallow hole in with no eyelids in your head.
Yeah. Saima, how about you? What do you think? When will James get married?
Well, are you someone who are you a marrying type of person?
I would say that I don't care about it. If I found someone who was like really wanted to, I'd probably acquiesce. But if they said, I don't care if we get married, I would never get married.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question again?
Will
when
James
will James find a wife? Now, Jason, you're not married, but you have a special person.
Yes, I'm in a very long-term relationship.
Yeah.
I think, James, you have to, if you're going to be like, that question depends on when are you going to try?
It's a great question. I was hoping that it wouldn't lead to other questions.
I mean, but because otherwise, what am I saying? Like next week? I have no clue. Like, but if you were like actively seeking it, I think you could do it within like 6-8 months.
6 to 8 months, you think I find a wife. Maybe all it takes is going to Boston Pizza, ordering one of those heart-shaped pies and asking, anyone else order one of these tonight? Maybe I see a lady from across the BP, Boston Pizza, if you're cool. Kind of tip my cap.
Wedding reception there.
Yeah, imagine that. All my friends. Hey, he's having his wedding reception at Boston Pizza. Yeah.
But you order food from elsewhere.
Is he okay? Yeah, I order food from another restaurant.
Subway.
Jared's your MC.
Now, coming in from the chat, this might be the comment that gets my James's kiss of the night, which we stopped doing at the tail end of 2022 because I forgot. It's the comment in which is so good, I want to kiss the person who said it. Boss Fracture writes, technically, you just need to find a married woman. It was a wife, not your wife, James. This opens up the field in quite a few ways.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
My old
let's get the hell away from this topic, I think.
All right.
And we're moving on to something that I think we can all really have fun with. Bad smells, which was sent in by our friend Mark Rowland.
Of course.
Now, I want to say something here. I want to see, can we push ourselves? Can we exclude the classics, right? Sulfur, eggs, poop. Can we move on from that and think about maybe smells that we don't like? And I'm going to throw one in here. that pretzel kiosk that's in many malls. I don't like the smell of that pretzel dough as it's cooking. I find that to be a sickening stink.
Really? I like that smell. It's comforting.
Me too. Yeah, it's very comforting.
They can make a candle of that and I'd purchase it.
Well, I definitely don't want
branding
a
opportunity.
pretzel dough candle. Imagine that. You fire that one up and you take a picture of yourself in the bathtub with your feet hanging out at the top and put that on Instagram.
Well, you know what smell I don't like, which I think most people do like, is bacon. I find it disgusting.
That makes total sense, right? You're not a meat eater. I would say bacon is one of the more universally loved stenches.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's pretty deep.
Racquel, how about you? Smells, you don't like bad smells.
I don't know if this is like a common one, and if it is, I'll think of something better. I just don't like the smell of like wet. Like when it after it rains, like it just smells so bad. Like the way wet dog makes me sick. Like my brother's dog, whenever I'm in town and he goes outside and it's raining, I have to go in another room. It's so gross.
I want to jump on what you were mentioning. That is so specific. Wet cement and pavement does stink.
It's like almost like garbage, but yeah, I'm not into it. I hate it.
Like post torrential downpour on a bus on a warm day. Disgusting. Jason, let's go to you.
I don't like how Subway smells.
Subway, that smell is very divisive. I don't mind the smell of Subway, and I suspect you feel about Subway like I do that pretzel wagon.
Maybe. I think it sounds like a hospital. So I don't like it. Makes me feel bad when I'm
Hospital is a pretty bad smell. Coming in from the chat from Abel Abe, rotting potato in a pantry. Very specific. I like this topic. We keep rattling off more smells, Jason.
Refried beans left too long in a container in the fridge is overpoweringly bad.
Yeah.
I have no experience with that.
I left some for like a week and it was really gross. Like my whole fridge.
Saima, you want to throw more bad smells in here? I feel like we can rattle off many.
Trying to think. I don't like the smell of Axe body spray.
I think that's a perfectly great answer, right? I'll tell you what, it's the smell of 2003.
Yeah, it's like a douchey smell.
What about Dracar Noir?
Speaking of douchey, one time I went into Winners in the changing room and it smelled so much of genitals that I almost threw up.
Okay.
What?
Explain the smell of genitals that you're talking about here.
I can't. I don't know how I can explain it using words.
But you could say, oh, my skin smells. What did genitals smell like? What's the smell you're describing? Like, is there like a...
Well, I would say that it's a bit of a sour musk.
Sour something you taste.
I would say a little urine-y, right? Racquel, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I want to hear you. No. I want to hear you describe. I want to hear you describe what genitals smell like.
Well, I want to know how you would describe them.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you said urine because in my head I was like, what do genitals smell like? It's like, yeah, sometimes they're a little pissy.
It's a little pissy.
A little pissy.
Racquel, I'm making this official. Me and Racquel are doing a spin-off of the At Home Show. It's just me and Racquel talking about this sort of thing, right?
Crotch smells.
Yeah, crotch smells with Racquel and James. Okay, well, hold on. God. You know what? You want to open the Pandora's box here. Let's open it further. Jason, how would you classify genital smell?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if I'd classify it. When I think of like a sort of a romantic, like sort of groin area, I tend to think it's like someone, if it's drawing attention to that area, someone that maybe potentially hasn't washed in a long time. And therefore this sort of like mixture of not BO, but because I don't think BO. Really, what?
GO, genital odor.
Okay, yeah, genital odor. And it's like, it just feels, usually it's just like you can smell it. You go, oh, God damn it. And you remember.
That's exactly how I felt in the change.
I can never, ever smell like this, ever.
Yeah, it was, I would say, this is the word that comes to mind. The scent was ruthless. Saima, I hate asking you this so much. I a week ago with Jason and yourself, we sat in a fancy tea house.
We did.
But Saima, I have to ask you because I'd feel worse if I excluded it. How would you define genital odor?
I kind of agree with what Jason said because I think most people's genitals don't smell bad. If you shower daily, you they should smell perfectly fine. And
I want to say this was beyond shower.
Yeah, so this is like, yeah, it's like body odor and like urine and maybe, yeah.
Well, you come from the medical field. How would you maybe define it, Saima? If you had to talk, you had to sit this person down.
Oh, if I had to sit them down?
It was almost like their genitals had gingivitis.
Yeah, I think they just need to take a good shower, some soap, and shower would be helpful for them.
Like
let's move on to our,
maybe even some Axe body spray.
We're gonna move on to our next topic, which this feels apropos because I do feel ashamed of this conversation. Things you like but you are ashamed of. So I was gonna reduce this just to guilty pleasures, but then I thought no. Guilty pleasure isn't shame. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. Things you like that you're ashamed of. Now, it's possible the answer is nothing, right? Do we like anything that you're ashamed of? As we take a second to think about this, to the people who might be watching for the first time, this is a great example of what this show is. Happens every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/@home with James. You can find the archives on our page.
I got
Things
one.
you like that we're ashamed of. Racquel, let's go to you.
I like, oh God, if you guys tell anyone, I swear to God,
The secret's safe with us.
I love weddings, but I love wedding dresses. And I look at wedding dresses and I have like a Pinterest board. This is so embarrassing. I have like I look at wedding dresses and like for myself, and I'm like far from being married, but I'll like screenshot like through the years I like since I wanted to get married. This
almost feels like the makings of a rom-com.
A porn rom-com.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll make me feel better about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be vulnerable.
That's fine, Racquel. You don't pull any punches tonight. Saima, let's go to you. You do not strike me as someone who lives with a lot or any shame.
Yeah, I'm struggling because like I was going to say guilty pleasures, but there's nothing I'm like necessarily ashamed of. I can't think of anything.
Okay, fair enough. Jason, how about you? Things you like that you're ashamed of.
I don't really
believe it doesn't have to be like a Jared Fogle type of thing.
What, ashamed that I support him? What? I don't
Breaking
know.
News.
I
Jason
feel like
Grimmer.
I'm very anti-guilty pleasures. I don't really.
Jared Fogle.
But I think like what Racquel said kind of gave me an idea of like the type of things that maybe you look at on Instagram or on and I think that it's not something I'm ashamed of, but it's something I go, why am I doing this? Is I watch a lot of videos involving puppies.
Aww.
Okay, do you think it kind of it takes away from your hardened, cool edge?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I love dogs, and I was like, I started going, do I like them this much?
Yeah.
Because it seems strange to like them that much. So I don't, and yet I don't have one. So it's weird. So I find that's not a shame, but I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't spend so much time.
So Jason, can I send you puppy videos now on Instagram?
I'm very picky about the puppies, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. What makes for your favorite what you know, if this is essentially the way sandwiches were to Jared Fogle, what is your Subway sandwich in the puppy world?
You mean sandwiches as they were an enabler for him? They gave him the power to be able to
to lose weight?
What was the question again? What
type of puppies do you want to have sent to you? And I want to also say this. Anyone watching right now, if you want to send Jason puppy videos, you can find him on Instagram @Grimmertown.
Wow.
I don't like Chihuahuas, and I don't like a lot of like really small dogs. I don't like pugs a lot, but I love French bulldogs, and I love beagle puppies. I love German Shepherd puppies. I'm not big on Huskies for some reason, but I think that's the ones that come to mind. Oh my God, I love Cocker Spaniels.
Do you like Corgis?
I don't dislike Corgis, but they're bizarre looking. They have no knees.
All right, we're going to jump quickly to our next topic. I am so incredibly excited to talk about this one. It is not our best topic, but I'm very much looking forward to it. This is a bit of a food battle, a this or that, a would you rather. rotisserie chicken or fried chicken? Saima, this might be tough for you.
Yeah. I think if I were to eat chicken, or thinking back to when I ate chicken, I think I kind of would prefer rotisserie because it's juicier.
Good answer.
I think.
Okay. Now, Racquel, I want to go to you. I was walking down the street earlier today and I saw a fried chicken restaurant that I did not know existed here called Jollibee. I believe it might be Korean fried chicken.
I think it's Filipino.
Is it Filipino? Got it.
Jollibee? Let me look it up.
I was across the street, far across the street, and I could smell it, and it smelled absolutely crumbelievable.
Really?
Did you go in?
I've never had it.
I had just got done eating, so I wasn't hungry, but I will absolutely go. But I will say that I think right now I find myself eating more rotisserie chicken than I do fried chicken. I love both. Racquel, I want to go to you. Rotisserie or fried?
This is such a hard. I didn't think this would be as difficult to answer. My heart is saying rotisserie, but I love fried chicken. Like the skin on both chickens. I am a big chicken skin guy.
Yeah.
I think I want to. Oh man, I want to say
tough, right?
fried.
It's one of those things where there's no. I'm holding a marker and a pen. It's one of those things where there is no consequence, but you feel that there is.
Yeah, I hate answering. I feel bad for either chicken to say my preference. I'm gonna say fried because I do love a spicy fried chicken. Like you should go. You're in BC on Commercial Drive. There's a really good fried chicken place. Remind me. I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Racquel, I want you to just keep sending me DMs the entire week. I want Racquel's BC recommendations. Jason, I want to go to you. Fried chicken or rotisserie? Now, you and I both love NDG, Landmark, Staple, Chalet Barbecue. It's rotisserie chicken. We were there a few days ago. Where do you stand? Rotisserie or fried?
It depends where you are. Because here we have there's a lot of good rotisserie chicken, but I've yet to have any really good fried chicken. But if I lived in the South, I'd probably eat fried chicken all the time.
Yep, I agree with that. Now, in Montreal, what are the I would say the staple fried chickens? There's Dinette Triple Crown.
I've only eaten there once.
Yeah. Now, coming to us tonight in our control center on the board is Dave Kaufman. Now, Dave, you're back in the booth. I suspect that you can hear us. Dave, can you give me an indication that you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
want you to weigh in on this topic. What do you think? Rotisserie chicken or fried chicken? Don't be shy, Dave.
They each have their pluses and their minuses.
Dave, don't be shy.
I'm not shy.
You seem nervous.
I can assure you I'm not nervous.
Does anyone think Dave sounds a little nervous?
Don't know why he's not picking a chicken.
So, on the one hand, fried chicken has crispy skin, but so does rotisserie sometimes.
True.
So, I'm going to go with fried chicken.
Final answer?
Yes.
It's a great answer, Dave.
Is that right?
Dave, that's the correct answer.
The correct answer?
That is the correct answer.
Yeah?
I think so. Also, does anyone realize Jason got up and left?
Maybe he went to get fried chicken.
Yeah, maybe he stormed out of the house and he's gone down to another very popular. He chose. Yeah, he chose. Dave, would you like to let Jason know what you opted for?
Sure, I'll tell him. I chose fried chicken.
In Montreal.
What?
Now, Jason, Dave is not here as we were talking about the city battles. Now, Montreal does have some fried chicken places, right? Even there's in the Mile End in Verdun, there's Jack Lecoq, which I think is pretty good fried chicken.
What about Common?
Common?
That's a Korean fried chicken, I think.
I'm not familiar with it.
And we're done.
Dave, are you familiar with it? Take your time.
Yeah.
No.
All
Is
right.
there a delay for him because you're in Vancouver?
Oh, that must be what it is. Dave is coming to us like one of those news correspondents on a delay. Now,
That's right, James.
I want to round things out with our final topic tonight. And this one came up last week, and someone sent in that they want more of it. We're talking about crushes. Now, last week it was, do we currently have crushes on anyone, or do we believe that someone has a crush on us? Now, Jason and Saima, you were not here last week. So, Saima, let's go to you. Would you say that you currently are crushing on someone, or do you believe that someone has a crush on you?
I'm not crushing on anyone, and I believe maybe multiple people have crushed on me.
Whoa, brag much?
Well, here's the story. Well, here's
Saima,
the
it sounds like
story.
you're going to get sent a lot of heart-shaped pizzas from Boston Pizza this year.
Lucky.
The story is that I go to McGill, and I was at this McGill event.
Brag much?
And I bumped into this guy that I had seen around, I guess. I had seen him like a week before.
And let's hold on here. Is this guy, would you consider him hot?
No. Well, to some, not for me, not to my taste. Let's put it this way.
Nice, very safe answer. Good save.
And so he was talking to me, and then he randomly asked me for my contact info. So I said, "Oh, sure, you could email me. This is my email." I thought it was like a school-related thing. Then he gave me his phone and said, "Well, what's your number? I could text you." I was like, this is a bit weird. So I said, "Well, this is my email, and you could email me anytime. You could add me on LinkedIn, whatever." Keeping it professional.
I think if you can add me on LinkedIn, that is such a great indication of I'm not interested. What you have done tonight, Saima, is you have let so many people know the way in which you can avoid someone trying to hook up by saying, "Oh yeah, I'll give you my LinkedIn conversation." The one risk is someone might think it's such a fun joke.
And then he offered to walk me. It was kind of snowing, raining, and he offered to walk. I was walking, and he was going in the opposite direction. Then I didn't have an umbrella, and then he had an umbrella, and he stood next to me and held the umbrella while he was in the rain. And he held the umbrella for me.
Not even sharing it. He was like, "You can use my umbrella, and I'll be in the rain."
Yeah, I thought it was very chivalrous. I didn't mind it, to be honest.
Pokemon Go.
And
then I give you my trench coat?
He also asked me.
Going to a men's rights activist conference after this.
He also asked me how I liked, because I have a scarf that I wear often. It's like a Burberry scarf, and he asked me how I liked my Burberry scarf, and I was like, "I'm not wearing it today." And he said, "Oh, but the last 2 times I saw you, you were."
Because so I've been following you everywhere. Can I sniff it?
So all of this together has led me to believe that this individual might have a crush on me.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet.
Yes, good guess.
I think he's in love with you.
I hope not.
I think he sounds cool. Dave, what do you think about this guy that might be crushing on Saima? What do you think about this guy? Should Saima give him a chance? And everyone in the chat chime in. Should Saima give him a chance? Dave, what do you think?
I want to. She already made her decision.
You know, in this day and age, it's hard to meet people.
So true.
People are
Just
online.
a guy in a basement.
People are online all the time. And when they meet people in person, they're all staring at their phone. So I say go for it. Give love a chance.
All right, you've got 2 for go for it. Jason says no. Racquel, what do you think?
I have a couple follow-up questions, Saima. Is he attractive?
I think to some people he might be. Personally, to me, no. He's younger than me.
Oh, no, then. Don't, no.
Okay, well, hold on. How much younger? Is he 15?
No, I'm not a...
She's not Jared Fogle, James.
Yeah, Saima, when you see this young man, do you think, Subway sandwiches?
No.
I think he's like 24.
Do you think those pants could fit a few people?
I want to go to the chat right now. Coming in from High Score Run, they say, yes, you should go for it. They also followed it up with laugh out loud. Boss Fracture writes, no, don't give him a chance. Abel Abe says, definitely no, there should be chemistry. Later on, she writes, don't knock younger guys.
Oh, I'm not knocking younger guys.
I am.
I just worry that his level of maturity might not be the same as mine.
But he was chivalrous. He held an umbrella over you while he walked in the rain, getting soaking wet, eventually getting ready to stink.
What if one of the commenters is this guy?
Maybe, who knows?
If you're out there, Lover 200, why don't you think about subscribing to the channel? Jason, let's go to you. Do you think that someone's crushing on you these days?
Don't know, man. Can't tell. I don't know anything.
Don't be shy. Come on, don't be shy.
I'm not being shy. I'm not being shy at all. What do you want me to say? Yes.
Okay, hold on, guys. Do we think Jason's being a little shy? Racquel, let's go to you.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, Dave?
Yeah.
Let's go to you.
I mean, I see the way that the ladies look at Jason.
What way is that, Dave?
My wingman.
They look at him like he's a tall glass of water.
There you go. Dave knows best.
So Jason, you think no one's crushing on you these days?
I didn't say that. I said I don't know. I have no clue. Do I think it? Dude, I'm a man of a certain age. I don't think about it. I don't know.
Man of a certain age should be your podcast.
Yeah, should.
Well, Racquel, I want to go to you. Last week you talked about how you have crushes all the time.
Yeah.
Have you had any new crushes in the past week?
Well, yeah, and it's a little inappropriate. Not an age thing. It's like
okay. Let's hear it.
Thing.
What makes this crush inappropriate? And then we're going to go to Dave to determine whether or not it is inappropriate.
My family doctor.
I thought you were about to say a family member.
I really
Oh, so no. Imagine that. I mean, it wouldn't be far off from something I'd say, but no, my new family doctor.
Can I just say that it is so, to me, heartbreaking that I can imagine a reality where you come on the show in a couple months. Okay, Racquel, you haven't been here in a week. What's new? Oh, James, I made out with my cousin. Right?
It wasn't an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Hey, I'm not proud of who I am. I'll own that.
Let's get back to it. Your family doctor.
My family doctor.
Can we give this doctor a fake name? He's Dr.
Let's just call him. Let's call him just like doctor. Like say it like kind of like flustered.
Oh yeah. Oh, doctor. Yeah.
Doctor. Because I like don't know how to talk to him. It's crazy. Much like the guy I talked about last week. This is awful. I do have a serious boyfriend, but the guy I talked about last week.
When you say serious boyfriend, do you mean the relationship is serious or he is very serious?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Maybe he calls you after the show tonight. Hi, can I speak to Racquel Belmonte, please? I couldn't help but notice when you were on the At Home with James internet show that you were talking about having an inappropriate feeling towards your family doctor. And the way that you said it was very erotic. Also, we are in a serious relationship.
I feel like that's the perfect impression of my partner.
Let's give him a fake name. We
can call him his real name. Let's say, you know what? No.
Oh, but a fake name's more fun.
Okay, fine. Well, Timote.
Yeah, Timote.
I panicked.
Okay. Is it like Tim and then it's like Irish? Ote?
Yeah,
Timote.
Hey, Racquel, I saw you on the internet show tonight. I heard you talking about your doctor. Dave, I feel like you want to chime in with a fun joke.
Timote, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Wait, is that someone?
That's Timote's Irish friend.
Irish guy confronting Timote. The doctor is also Irish.
You weren't at the pub.
I feel like this character has just officially become Jamaican.
You weren't at the pub. Timote.
Anyways, Racquel, you get flustered around your doctor.
Yeah. And he could not be less into me. He could not be less into me. Not that
Racquel.
I know. But sometimes, some people will cross that little threshold, but not doing much. No.
Racquel, are you telling us right here, right now, you've had a doctor that has crossed the threshold?
No. I kind of meant, no, that sounded so bad. And I do take that back.
I want to jump in here, Dave. I want to tee you up because you had a very interesting incident with your doctor where you were having a physical done and you had to have some gel applied to your nether regions. Would you like to talk about how this kind of interaction with this doctor ended?
Sure, yeah. So I went and I got an ultrasound on my gonads. And
also, Dave is coming to us from 1996 with his slang.
That's from the dropping.
Yeah. So I got so he put some gel on my gonads, and then afterwards he just threw a towel off me and said, "All right, clean yourself off and see yourself out."
Ouch.
Oh.
So that would be crossing the threshold, Racquel. And I will say that I love.
And I got his number.
So Racquel, you know, take us through what an interaction with the doctor looks like.
So he's very cool. He's got to be my age or a little bit older, but he's very cool, and he swears. So he'll be like, "Racquel, what's up? What are you in for today?" Awesome. And like I'll tell him like today's thing was I think I have like a hemorrhoid or something, and I had to describe to him. It is very easy for me to talk about my bum and other body parts. With him, I was like, "So, I don't okay, this is going to be so gross and I'm so sorry." And he was like, "No, I'm a doctor, man. It's fine." Like he calls me man. Like he does not.
Now, is it possible, Racquel, on some level that he thinks you're a guy?
Maybe. So I was like, I explained, I'm like, I think I might have a hemorrhoid. And I described like the symptoms I was feeling. And then he typed in hemorrhoids on Google search, turned his computer around to me and said, "I'm going to show you the different kinds of hemorrhoids. Which one do you think you have?" And I was like, God, the fact that he's kind of stupid is such a turn on to me.
Are you sure he's a doctor?
He's like a brand new doctor.
Did
like
did the choices look like those kind of like Little Miss Sunshine things, or like all those little toys?
Very colorful cartoons. They all had little happy faces. It was good for me.
What kind do you think you have?
Contagious.
The one on the inside. And then usually the doctor, when you tell them something like that, they're like, "Well, let me take a look." He didn't want to look at anything. And I'm not saying
I love it. If my doctor, who I'm in the same boat, Racquel, I've got a doctor who is my age, if not a little younger, a little older. She's so nice. She's so caring, very pretty. This is my nightmare, these situations.
It's crazy because I never get flustered when I talk to medical professionals or men, but this made me so flustered. Yeah. Leaving was so awkward too because I was like, "I guess I'm gonna go," and he was like, "Yeah, have a good one." Just so casual about it. And I was like, "Yes."
Pick yourself up and see yourself out.
Yeah.
I wish he said that to me. I wish.
Well, we have gone through so many dang topics tonight. I didn't think topping last week was possible. I believe we've done it. Racquel, you were here last week. Do you feel we topped it? I believe we have. It's no contest.
Yeah. No contest, not at all. Like we went above and beyond. We should all be very proud of ourselves.
I wasn't up until now. I started the night with a bit of a hoarse throat. I start the show. I see some great people, some great faces, some great friends. I unfortunately see a woman across the way in her home just trying to make her bed. She's wearing booty shorts.
Still?
I didn't think I was going to make it through this night, and yet I did. Let's go around the horn we're going to round things out here. Racquel, let's start with you.
Can you give us a status update about Lady making her bed?
I assume that the linens have been set. I haven't seen her in at least 40 minutes.
Interesting, because she's waiting for you to knock on the door.
She's never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
That's the show.
Let's get married.
What's that now?
And that's why you won't get married.
You're saying I got to take a chance.
You just made her bed in front of you.
Go over there and knock. Hey, I know this is crazy. You don't know me, but I'm staying in this Air B&B across the way, and I just want to say, if you could lower your blinds, it's really inappropriate to watch what I'm watching. Anyways, I got to go eat this heart-shaped pizza. Jason, final thoughts tonight?
No, I don't have any. Sorry.
All right, Saima, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. This was nice getting to talk with everyone. Hope you have a nice time in Vancouver. Eat some heart-shaped pizza if you can. If not, we could have some when you come back to Montreal.
I knowing that we might have some when I come back to Montreal, I will not eat any here. I'm saving it for the
How's
return
this, James? We can go to the casino and then have Boston pizza after.
I would love nothing more. That is an idea and a half. Dave, let's round things out with you. You've been working hard. You set up the show. You ran. You were taking care of your family. You came back down just in time for tonight's most important topic, rotisserie or fried chicken. Told us about a really intimate moment with your doctor. Final thoughts tonight.
It's been great.
Well, for Dave Kaufman, Jason Grimmer, Racquel, Belmonte, and Saima Ahmed, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.